guys, it is July 27th. It is a Saturday. Today is a shot day. I weighed in at 250.2. That is a 0.2 decrease from 4 days ago when I last weighed officially. I did weigh myself yesterday and I was like 249.8 or something like that. But official weigh-in is 250.2. I haven't had a good bathroom time for the last couple days, so I'm sure that I actually physically weigh less, and it's just, waste that hasn't made its way out yet. I've been feeling pretty good. I had 2 small palpitations yesterday. They made themselves known, but they weren't huge by any means. I should try increasing my sodium today to see, if that makes a difference. But even if I didn't have any today, who's to say that it's, the sodium and not just some random other outlier? I have no idea. I haven't ate great the last day or two. Pizza and then leftovers. And today I'm thawing out a steak. I've got a salad, so it's a little more clean today what I'll be eating. I made brownies yesterday for the boys and their friends who have been staying the night. I gotta say, even though it's a pre-made mix, I think they're probably the best brownies I've ever made. Like, I took them out of the oven just at the right time. So I've had 2 small brownies, I guess, yesterday. But nothing crazy. It's not been just nutballs crazy, right? So, I feel like I've lost weight, especially from starting, right? Like the sides, I don't want to call them love handles necessarily, but maybe. Like my back used to touch, it used to be like 2 lumps. It would kind of touch. And now, especially my left side, it's pretty smooth. Like there's still kind of a bump, but there's not like a crease, touching. So I very much like that. My clothes fit a little bit looser, which they should, right? I'm like 30 pounds down. That should be a significant enough amount of weight to make my clothes feel better. I wear a lot of stretchy clothes like yoga pants and leggings and things like that because I get a sick feeling when I have too much restriction around my waist. So I haven't worn jeans in like forever or anything else that's, not an elastic type top band for pants. It's been, I guess I wear a pair of these like flowy linen pants to a concert the other night and they were okay. But they still had a fairly elastic style waistband. Anyway, I should try on a pair of my jeans just to see how they fit these days. But I have a feeling I'll probably have to lose a good another 20 pounds before I really start noticing a difference in my clothes, unfortunately. They always liken it to a paper towel roll. You can take some around. It doesn't seem like really anything's happening, but the closer you get to the cardboard center of a paper towel, it's more and more obvious that you're running out of paper towels, right? I think it's probably the same with the human body. Especially if you have a lot of weight to begin with, you don't notice it that much because maybe it's coming off from like all over, but eventually you lose enough and you really start to see the shape underneath. I have noticed, especially in my neck, like those little creases that are right there that used to be filled with, fat, I guess. And so it wasn't quite as kind of crepey looking. So believe you me, I am on the hunt for different cosmetic things that can help with that. And I've found a few. It's just being regular with the application of such things. Let's see what else. So I took 6 milligrams today, and I'm doing that every 4 days. I'm going to, even though it's only a 0.2, official decrease on the scale for this shot time, I'm going to stay with the 6 milligrams every 4 days. I don't have negative physical feelings, like really the sulfuric burps or the extreme bloating. So, and I do believe that I weigh less than what the scale says. Again, just due to bathroom stuff. I've decreased my magnesium since my heart palpitations have basically gone away. And I do believe that the increased magnesium was helping me with bowel movements. So I really should start taking that, I guess, again in the morning and just try to stay more regular. If nothing else, for colon health, right? It's not good to have stuff backed up in there. I watched the Meg 2, or just Meg 2, the other night with Jason Statham. I saw the first one, like, I don't know, well over a year ago. It's a fun movie. It's so cheesy, like so silly. It's not something that is realistic in any way, but I actually think that I like it better than the first one. It has some funny moments. It's got so many outlandish, just, well, that wouldn't happen, or that's a plot hole, or that kind of stuff. But still, it was fun. It was a fun film. I watched something else the other day. What was it? Hang on, I'm going to go look. Okay, I just had to go look at my Facebook page because that's where I keep track of everything. So I watched Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. That has Pete Davidson in it. And here's another guy who looked vaguely familiar, but it got panned. I mean, it did not get good reviews. So I've been putting it off, kind of watching it. It's I don't know if I'd say comedy horror, but that's kind of the genre that it's in. There are a couple times where I laughed, and it also was a little unbelievable, but the premise is these rich kids are meeting up at this one guy at Pete Davidson's dad's house to ride out the hurricane. They're having a hurricane party. Somebody dies, then everybody's trying to figure out who's done it. More people start dying. I would recommend watching it, actually. I mean, maybe not like over and over again, but at least once. I think it's probably, a fairly worthwhile film. So that was Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. And then we also watched Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. It's the latest in the Ghostbusters franchise. I liked that a lot too. Well, I love Paul Rudd. I just think he's adorable and he ages so well. It's crazy. And his characters usually are pretty cute characters. Very rarely do you see him like either in a villain or an antagonist role. So the girl who plays the daughter in it, McKenna Grace, she's a cutie. I've seen her in a couple things, and I don't ever recognize her, especially with dark curly hair, so I have to look her up. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. But so I would recommend that one too. I like how they have kind of rebooted the Ghostbusters franchise, and I hope that they continue on because I think they're worthwhile, entertaining films. I really want to see Deadpool. I know that came out yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday or was it last week? I don't know. But my husband's backpacking for the weekend, so maybe when he gets back, we will go see that. We'll not be taking the kids. It is not a kid film. I think it's so funny when I see reviews like, I took my child to this and we had to leave halfway through. It's a Deadpool film. Like, know your audience, right? Know your material. But I would like to see that. I think that'd be pretty funny. And I love how they have Wolverine. I think that's going to be a good duo. That, I think, is it. I've not gone any further with my Python coding class. I'm trying to watch movies. We have so many movies available to us that I have got over the years. And I haven't watched like a fraction of them. I typically just get them for other people, or I think maybe somebody else will enjoy it. So, I get it. So maybe I'll do that. I've been playing a little bit of Baldur's Gate. Went and saw my dad yesterday. We went out to lunch. And that's basically it. So health-wise, I feel pretty good. I should probably try to go to the bathroom at some point, or not try to. It'd be great if I could go. But other than that, I like the dose that I'm currently on. I think it's great. I'm participating in another group buy, and I have for myself maybe 2 vials of the 30 milligrams left. And then I actually have 20 vials of the 15s. But I am getting another 10 vials of the 30. I like to have things in abundance just in case, these distributors go out of business or I can't get to them. And, half of the next 30 that I'm getting, my dad went in on it with me. So I like having extras. I like having backups. I did just put an order through for more of these glass, what are they called? Cartridges for the pens, because I only have a couple left of those. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing the last 4 days. All right, guys, I will see you in another 4 days, hopefully with a really great weight loss. We'll see. But until then, bye.